Moi kaikki! This is Hanna from Kuopio, Finland, and this is my second episode of Hanna from Sheep's Alley podcast. You can find me on YouTube as Hanna from Sheep's Alley podcast and also on Ravelry with the same name. And all the show notes will be on my Ravelry group. So welcome to my podcast. So this is the second episode and it's April the 1st. I was supposed to record yesterday, but it was my birthday yesterday. And I'm not going to tell you how old I am now. So we'll leave it to that. Okay. I'm not very good with this podcast, so I'll have to check my notes. Okay, introduction done. FOs. Okay, we'll move to FOs. I have 3. These are my first ones. Okay. I made these cute socks out of a very lovely yarn which I got from Angela in Long Beach, California. Okay, and this pattern is again my own. So I did my sock recipe, Judy's Magic cast on, toe up 2 at a time, and this pattern, this butterfly pattern, is from the same book I showed you last time. It's this Finnish book which originally is called Encyclopedia of Knitting, and the pattern is this butterfly one. Put this aside. So just basic, my type of socks. But the fun thing, a new thing to me, is Christina at a Knitter's Life podcast. She had a tutorial how to do garter stitch heel. And so far I have always done the afterthought heel. But this is my first try. And I like it quite a lot. It fits my foot very well. And I have another pair of socks with the same garter stitch heel. So I'm in a roll here. I have this yarn, Regia Calomania. And this was my actual travel knitting on our honeymoon cruise, because there was a bit of a mishap with my kappa. I was supposed to knit kappa as a travel knitting. Well, first of all, our luggages didn't arrive on time when we arrived to Milano airport, and this kappa was inside my suitcase, and we got our luggages after 2.5 days. And when I finally got this, I opened it up, was going to start knitting the kappa. This had happened. I don't know how well you can see it, but it had snapped off. So no kappa knitting. We are going to have a knitting retreat within 2 weeks' time here in Kuopio, and I will take this kappa to the knitting retreat, and hopefully we'll be able to knit. I'll need to... I'm not sure if I have correct needles. Oh. Okay, on Saturday here in Kuopio there is going to be an opening for a new a yarn shop, so perhaps if I don't have, because I think these were 3.5 millimeters, so if I don't have correct needles in my stash, in my needle case, I'll probably have to buy a new pair, but that problem will be solved on Saturday when the yarn shop opens. So back to my actual travel knitting. So another pair of socks, and again my sock recipe, 2 at a time, toe up. And what I did is I put this seat stitch part in the middle, so there's 12 stitches of the seat stitch in the middle, and then the other part is stockinette, and then again Christina's garter stitch heel, which I think is probably my favorite now. But I could, well, everybody is knitting the what is it called? Fish slip kiss heel. Is it that? Well, something like that. And probably I should also try that heel too, because it looks quite nice, and I believe it's quite easy to make, even though everyone says that there are so many pages of that pattern, but probably I will try that by summer. But now I'm doing the garter stitch heels. And I have one more finished object. I follow Country Living Magazine's Instagram page, and they had, at Easter time, they posted a cute photo of their robin's egg blue dyed Easter eggs, and the pattern said that you need red cabbage to make the dye and then dye the eggs, and they looked very, very, very pretty, and I thought that, oh, I want to try that, and I did. And then I had the liquid, and I also had a skein of this Anzula's Au Natural yarn, and I was thinking that because the eggs were so beautiful, and I thought that perhaps I could drop in that natural skein of yarn and I would get turquoise color, robin's egg color yarn skein. So I did, but it didn't turn out turquoise at all. It was super light pinkish type of color. And then I thought that no, I don't want to have this kind of color with my yarn, because it was a dull color. So I thought that, okay, let's play a bit more. And I had Wilton food colors, 2 kinds of blue, and then 1 red one. And I made this skein. It has those blues and the red, and then I also mixed those colors together to get kind of purplish type of color. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's purple. So I think this is now very lovely. I think this is the base color which I got with the red cabbage. So it's just dull. So now I'm probably going to knit. I have a pattern here. It's Gina's at Brownie Knits. This hat pattern. I already bought a yarn skein for this hat, and I think mine is it's Rios, what Gina has used. But now I'm thinking that perhaps I should knit the hat out of this. So I need to think about that, because I'm not quite sure what to do with this, but I like this. I think it turned out really well. So that's my kind of intentional finished object. And that's all the finished ones I have knit. And then there are whips. Because I think I said on my first episode, that I want to have socks on the needles all the time, one pair at a time. Well, 2 pairs, but I try to keep it 1 pair at a time. So I have this lovely yarn from UK, and it's this one. And I started knitting again using my sock recipe. So this is how far I've gone so far. But now I don't know what to do next. I have this book. It's Neulo ja nauti. And the original one, here are the people who made it. I think it's Swedish. And it's called Stickamera, which is knit more translated. But in Finnish it's Neulo ja nauti. And I'll probably, I'm not sure, but I might put this pattern either in the middle, and if I put this one in the middle, I'll probably do 2 of these, or then I'll just put one on the outer side. But I haven't decided yet. Tea bags. This is from Emma in, was it Blue Mountains in Australia? I got this from her. These are great markers. So I'll still have to think about this, what I will do with it. But it's for sure that I'm going to put cables here, because I haven't done cables for a long time, but not sure about the pattern yet. So that's one whip. And then there is this granny blanket, which I showed you the last time, and I made, crocheted 14. They are identical. So 14 of these squares. And I'm not sure how big I will make them, because as I said, I will put these on the longer side of this granny blanket. I haven't even, I'm like this, I just see something and then I'll just start making, and after making I kind of figure out if I can use them or use them to something else what I originally planned to use them for. But I have 14, so 7 for each side, and I probably, after I have recorded this, I will measure if the 7 of these sizes, these probably won't be big enough, so I'll probably just go around as many times as when I have 7 of them, they will fit almost perfectly to the longer side. I hope you understand what I'm trying to babble about. But anyway, these grannies are so, they're kind of easy because you can adjust as you go. And I'm a person who adjusts a lot. I have to check my notes again. Oh, cozy memories blanket. Okay. I have this cozy memories blanket project page. And I always, when I get, I have been taking part in a few swaps, and This one I got from Emma in Australia. Hi Emma. And these ones I received from Rita. She's in Burlington, Washington State. So hi Rita, if you're watching. So those are my newest ones. And oops, this is how far I put the basket there, I have gone now. So I have 3 rows so far. And this is the width I'm going to have, because this will be a rocking chair cover. So my rocking chair, it's about this wide. So I think I haven't even tried if this is a correct width, but I live dangerously. So this is how far I've gone. And I was knitting it, dropped it, with these are 2mm. These are carbons, yes. But we had a knitting meeting on Wednesday at another yarn shop here in Kuopio, and I took this basket full of lovely minis, and there's Christina's card. I took this to the knitting meeting and I was planning to knit this one, but I don't know what happened, but I forgot this home. But because the knitting meeting was in that yarn shop, so I had to buy new needles, and I bought these 2mm zings, and I've been knitting my squares with these zings now, and I quite like them. I haven't knit that much with DPNs because I've knit DPNs for 35 to 45 years. And now that I discovered the joy of magic looping, I magic loop everything if I can. But now that I forgot these home and I bought these things, DPNs, I quite like them. They are quite nice to knit with. So I'm doing that. And what other whips do I have? Well, that's kind of the whip section. See, I have again proper notes because I'm not very good at podcasting. Perhaps I will learn as I go. Then I have a section what I didn't do. So I didn't do the kappa because the needle snapped. I didn't start the doodler, but I think I said that I'm probably not going to. I will cast it on, probably not in April. We'll see. May, June perhaps. I didn't touch the Moss Whale shawl by Shara. I will do it. And also the cute sew along at Isabel's Fluffy Fibers podcast. I also didn't touch that. But these are the fabrics. And this is the pattern. And I have today off. It's Friday and I have today off. So I think I will today, because the sew along ends on Monday morning. So I have all the weekend free. And I'll probably cut the pieces out today and I'll start sewing tomorrow. Excuse me. Because my plan is to wear this dress at the knitting retreat, and it's in 2 weeks, so I want to get this cute dress done before the retreat, and also because on Monday the sew along ends, so I want to put this on the finished objects thread on Isabel's podcast group. And then I have a section. I keep saying and then, again and again. I apologize, it kind of bugs me. But this is what it is. So I'm planning to do these two things. Gina at Brownie Knits designed this cute crochet pattern together with Christina. So this is mitts, fingerless mitts, and Christina designed this cowl to go with the mitts. And I checked my yarn stash and I found these beauties. This one, this is very beautiful turquoise yarn which I got from UK in a swap at Christmas. So I'm going, because you are going to need, well actually this pattern is quite cute. I think you could make this, Gina has made these mitts with 2 colors and also with 3 colors. And also the cowl, Gina made it with 2 colors, you can see it here, and Christina with 3 colors. So I checked my stash, and I also have this. Mikko dyes these craft hand-dyed yarns here in Kuopio, and I bought this one, Boom Slang, it was last fall. We had a knitting meeting near Joensuu area. It's about 1.5 hours drive east from Kuopio. And then I also have this one, and this is also beautiful green yarn dyed by Hanna, a Finnish dyer. I think Leena at Leena Knits has shown Hanna's yarns on her podcast. But this is kind of embarrassing because I don't know how I got this. I don't remember this skein. I don't remember if I have bought it or did I get it in a swap. But I haven't swapped with Finns, and this is Finnish yarn. It's beautiful, but I have no idea where I got it. But anyways, I think these 3 colors would go very well with the cowl and the mitts. But then again, because I played around with this one, also these ones would probably go together quite well too. So now I'm not sure. They're all pretty. Or should I use all of them? Probably too colorful. Oop. But I'll need to think about that more. Beautiful yarns anyways. And then I have, forget the then. I have a section which says what I'm wearing. And I'm wearing this poncho. It's my prototype number 2. And I also have a prototype number 1, which is this one. I'm not going to strip and change. But these are, this is tiny, smaller in length and width. And this is a bit bigger, but same type of pattern. You'll probably have a proper name for these holes, this lace type of pattern, but I can't think of it, what it is. But anyways, very simple knit, but I like it a lot. And I like this, which I put there, these Forgetting words. I know, I say it in Finnish, and that way you will learn some Finnish. This is nauha, thread. Okay, this is nauha. So you'll put these nauhas on the top, and otherwise it is just whole rows and then this whole part. And I'm planning on writing a free pattern of this. I haven't even named it. And the, let's say, prototype number 3 will be a knit. I have 4 skeins. That's ripped, but you'll see. I think this is Danish yarn, and I think it was 50, no, it's 55, I'll put it here and explain. 55% wool and 45 cotton. So, and it's lovely, kind of grayish purple type of color, and I like it a lot. So, but I won't knit the 3rd prototype, probably not until August. But anyways, I'm planning on writing a free pattern and put it on my Ravelry project. So if you like it, you'll probably will be able to make this kind of poncho. If you like ponchos, I'm a poncho lover. I like them very much because it's kind of a wrap. But wraps, they, well, you'll probably notice that I'm this kind of person, not very calm, and those wraps, they always keep falling off. I tie them and put shawl pins, and then when I do all this, what I do, the shawl pins, they fly there and the knots come loose, and that way too, my type of personality, these ponchos are so lovely because they stand still and I can still use my hands and they don't fall off. So, but stay tuned, so to speak. And then again, I should give a shock every time I say and then. I have the giveaway thing. So this was the giveaway prize. And I'm doing this old-fashioned way. I have these notes, and I'll put them here and see who will get lucky and get this tiny little project bag. Ah, okay. It's Elizabeth. So Elizabeth, I will send you a message and ask for your address, and I will mail this one to you, and hopefully you'll get use of it as probably as a sock project bag or whatever you think of, but I think you will like it. And then I'll say what Mina says. Moving on. I try to remember that. Moving on to a new giveaway. This is, I have crocheted these type of yarn baskets a lot. I have given them as gifts, and I also have a couple of them myself. And this is very handy way of using leftover yarns. If you have leftover yarns or yarns that you don't like very much, even acrylic or whatever you have in your stash. So take, depending how thick you want it to be, I have used 4 or 5, depending of the thickness of your yarn, and then what size of a hook you want to use. So, for example, in this one, I had 5 different types of leftover yarns, and I crocheted this round piece first, and then make the increases. You can find patterns on Ravelry, just any type of circle, and then you stop increases and just crochet depending on how big you want it to be. And I think I made this one, I crocheted probably before the yellow part starts. And then here I skipped every fifth stitch, I think, so making it a tiny bit narrower. And then I just crocheted it here and made these straps. I put safety pins on the sides and then marked the middle parts with safety pin. And then the last row which I crocheted this way, and I had the safety pin marking the middle spot, and I think it was 8 stitches before the middle part I stopped, and then I crocheted, I think here I had 30 chain stitches, and then again after 8 stitches from the middle point I then again started crocheting to the other side and did the same thing, and then just bind a bit of the row. And I have made these also using you have the I think I use the American crochet terms. So this is not half double crochet, this is single crochet. I think with single crochet you get a kind of tighter basket. You could also use double crochet, but I mainly use single crochet because I like the feel of it, and I think it looks nicer. And this one you can decorate with, this is mine, you can, and this has longer straps and it's not that big, so you can make any size, just go with your feelings. So I decorated this one with jeans pockets, so you can not decorate or decorate any way you want. And this one, this giveaway yarn basket, I decorated with these hearts and buttons, and these, should I say, poor hearts, these are recycled. Gina from Brownie Knits sent me, we were swapping last year 4 packages, and in the spring package Gina sent me beautiful Dancing Dog Dye Works sock yarn set, which had this yarn, this heart yarn, and also turquoise for the cuff and heels and toes. And I knit the socks on the plain socks, and I wore them a lot. And then something happened, because in my laundry room I have a basket where I keep all my hand knits, because I wash my socks in a washing machine. Our machine has very tender program for hand washing and for wool washing, and I always wash my socks there, but I don't know what happened. The socks were probably in a wrong basket, and these socks felted, but now they have a new life as a heart. And this is the wrong side, the reverse stockinette part. So I think these look nice now that they are decorating this basket, and not my socks anymore. Oh, I have another mishap. I made it last night. I have a mug coaster, but this used to be a hat. You can barely see the ribbing there, and then the hat, the upper part. And the same thing happened to my poor hat. I felted it, not on purpose, but I was so annoyed with myself because I did that. This happened over 2 years ago, and I didn't throw that hat away. I had it in my in my fabric stash. And yesterday when I was going through, I was looking for the fabrics for the Isabel's sew along thing, and I noticed the hat there, and I thought that oof, I can't wear it because it was this size, or a bit bigger. And I was thinking that what the to do with it. So I cut this round piece out of it and decorated with these cute flower buttons and put that lace thread there. And now I have a mug coaster reminding me of not to wash your hand nets with other laundry. Well, this was not meant to be, but it's quite cute. So you can recycle. If you do stupid things, you can try to recycle and give a new life, which I did. So this bag, I was thinking that perhaps you could, you can answer in the episode thread that have you accidentally or purposely felted your knittings, and what did you do with them? Did you cry a bit and then throw them away, or did you just save them? And if you did, now you could try to think about how to recycle your felted knittings. So please tell me if you have had these mishaps, and what did you do with the felted things, and answer that on the Ravelry Group's episode thread. And then again on my third episode I will draw a winner. So if you like this and would like to get it, please answer the question, which I also write down on the episode, in the episode thread. I always say on, but you are probably going to have to, or need to say in the episode thread. And what else? Oh, and then as I showed you that giveaway and this yarn basket, I have also crocheted bigger ones with the same principle. This is also one of our grocery bags. This is quite big, but again, made the circle and then with the same pattern crocheted up there, skipped probably 5 stitches and crocheted, because I don't like the look if you just crochet and don't decrease. They're kind of like, they open up the way that I don't like that much. So, but you can alternate whatever way you want. And I also, these are kind of decorative pockets. Of course you could put your crochet lists here, or some other small things, but I just put them because I think they just look fun. So I made this one, big one, and this is also one of our grocery. I also have a third one, but it's full of empty bottles because we recycle bottles here in Finland, and always when bottle gets empty, we'll put it in our grocery bags, and then when we go to a grocery store we take the bags with bottles and recycle them. And this is one of them. There is some wool there that has felted a bit, but it doesn't matter. I think it might be even better if it felted a bit. It's more tighter, but a fun way to use leftovers and not so lovely yarns. And then also I have this it's kind of like a beach bag, and I used this fun bubble stitch. This was so much fun to crochet. I checked the instructions from YouTube. There are great videos how to do this bubble stitch. I can put a link in the show notes if you would like to try it. But this is really fun looking. beach bag. This could also be a grocery bag, but these handles are better for going like that. What else do I have, or was this all? Well, I have one more bag which I could show you, which I have crochet. This is a crochet episode because lots of crocheting. This is my bag which I carry all my watercolor stuff. It's full of papers and paints and brushes, but this is also quite fun. You can make any kind of crochet pattern, put them, sew them together so that it forms a bag. And this one, because the holes are so big, I just put fabric inside so that my things won't fall off, and I crochet these straps. So I'm kind of a bag lady. Lots of different kinds of bags, but bags are fun to make, and you can make colorful ones and single color ones and big ones and small ones and crochet and knit and then felt. And so a bag lady from Sheep's Alley. So I think this was all. I hope you enjoyed my second episode.